We are the dollars and cents.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, today we're going to do another first impressions video. No, not going to be an unboxing as these didn't come in boxes, but I will start by saying this is going to be a sponsored video. These fragrances were sent to me by Dapper Fragrances. I will leave a link down below to all three fragrances. Also, a shout out to my good friend Cordell Bush for hooking me up with these and giving me, I think he's sort of an ambassador for the brand now, and so he's been giving me the hookup with this, and as well as another couple of brands he's really been talking to me a lot about. And so sent me a couple of bottles in the mail, and a few actually, and wanted to try these. Not sure what to expect. I do know that Dapper does make a lot of niche clones, and I actually did a video on their Morph Disumano a little while back, a few videos back, and I liked it. I slightly liked the Morph a little bit better because it had a sharp woody opening to it. But overall, it's pretty much the same experience. I just happen to like that opening, the woody opening, a little bit better. Made it lean a little more masculine, in my opinion. But today we have three fragrances, guys. And one of them is probably pretty new. Well, actually, it is pretty new. I actually just recently did a video on the real deal, and I still have the bottle. So I will be, I do have that to compare to. But it's going to be Creed Aventus Absolute, or Absolute Aventus. That's going to be the first one there. We all know that this fragrance is around $600, unless you find it discounted in the groups. But yeah, you can probably get this one for a lot less. I'll probably put the prices somewhere on the screen for each one. And then I have, let's see here. We have the JPG Lamal Elixir. I'm not sure why I can't pronounce that, but I did a video on that one a while back. I will be going off of memory on that fragrance. Jean-Paul Gaultier, sorry, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Lamal Elixir, the one that came in the gold bottle. I did a video on that one, and I'll link any videos I've done down below if I have any of these previously. But I did, this one's gonna be on memory, but I distinctly remember that fragrance. And I mean, if this even comes close to it, this is gonna be a good fragrance, because that fragrance was very thick, very sweet, very rich. And if it's even, somewhat close to it, it's going to be a good fragrance, guys, because I remember I really did like that one. I happened to get rid of that bottle, though, and I did stick with the Parfum version. That one has the iris in it. Really, really dig that one as well. So if I had to choose between the two, I think I'm going to pick the Parfum, unless I get a really good price on the Elixir, and I'll put that one back in my collection, guys. And finally, we have one of their exclusive fragrances. I guess, I'm not sure if this one just came out or not, but they did send me some that have just come out. So I'm assuming this one is going to be pretty new. If not, it maybe came out last summer. But it's called Summer Nova. It is one of their exclusives. And, of course, it's hard to find really long-lasting and good-smelling citrus fragrances out there. I'm hoping this is going to be one of them. Again, I have the notes here for all these, but don't know what to expect. So first, we're going to go ahead and start with and I have paper here because I don't want to spray my skin. I haven't worn anything yet today. And who knows, maybe I'll end up picking one of these and do an update. Out of the three, I'll pick my favorite and then maybe do an update. We'll see. But I really just wanted to do a first impressions on these fragrances. These are all, I think, highly concentrated oils, so they all last quite a bit. So you don't have anything to worry about in that department. But we shall see, guys. I'm going to start with the one that everyone's waiting for. It's going to be the Aventus Absolute. Let you guys know what I get out of that one. Just going to spray it on paper again. And I do have the other one here, but I think I wore this last night to a concert. So fairly new to my nose here, fairly recently that I wore it. So not sure if I'm gonna forget it that quick. Okay, I'm definitely getting the same opening from that fragrance. I'm getting the citrus notes. If you guys don't know the notes for the Aventus Absolute: grapefruit, bergamot, blackcurrant, ginger, cinnamon, citron, pink pepper, patchouli, and vetiver. And I'm definitely getting that similar opening. The citrus notes seem a little bit stronger in this one. This one isn't as heavy and thick and as spicy, but it still has the same DNA. I'm definitely getting all the citrus notes. I want to say the patchouli notes a little bit heavier in this one. Yeah, it's just not as spicy to my nose. I'm not getting that really thick Sauvage Elixir, if you will, because I remember in my video I was saying that that's sort of what everyone's been talking about and saying it reminds them of that. I'm getting more of the citrus notes on top and more of the Aventus DNA than I am getting that heavy cinnamon note. It's there, it's just not as heavy as the original. But some might like that, actually, because if you like the top notes, of Absolute Aventus, and you're gonna like this one because it does have the top notes, more of that, at least just right now. But this does smell nice. I mean, it's definitely pleasant. Not gonna offend anybody with this fragrance. I mean, you're getting that nice black currant, all the citrus notes, a little bit of patchouli, and definitely that Aventus DNA. So definitely not going to offend anybody with this fragrance on, guys. All right, on to the next one, and I'll do a dry down check as well with these here in a little while, and we'll see how they've changed if at all. Next one is going to be the Jean-Paul Gaultier Lamal Elixir. Now these juices are clear. I wish maybe they would put like some dark like, I don't know, food coloring or whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called, but just to kind of give it that like dark look, the heavy winter fragrance look. I wish they would do that, but that's just a little aesthetic thing that I would do if it was my brand. But yeah, so Jean-Paul Gaultier Lamal Elixir again was a darling, one of the best releases of 2023, if I can say so myself. At least one of the most hyped, but I think it was really good. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that mint opening, and I'll go ahead and give you guys the notes to this one. It's going to be lavender, mint, vanilla, benzoin, honey, tonka bean, and tobacco. So I'm definitely getting the mint. It definitely has that Lamal DNA. It's very sweet. It's thick. It's rich. I think, going off of memory, that the real deal is a little bit spicier. But that is going off of memory because this mint note is hitting heavy. So you're definitely getting that Jean-Paul Gaultier Lamal DNA. It's just spicier. Getting some of the tonka beans, so it's nice and nutty. A little gourmandy. Not getting a big heavy honey note that I want to say from the original. But this is definitely really nice. I definitely get the DNA in there, which is good. And it smells very, very strong. So it's definitely going to cover that angle. I want to say that this one's a little bit cleaner smelling and not as spicy as the original Elixir. But I don't have it side by side, so I couldn't really tell you. But I can definitely tell that's what they're trying to go with. Even if I didn't know what this was called, I'd definitely be able to figure out it was one of the Jean-Paul Gaultier flankers or the Lamal flankers. We'll go back to that in a second. And finally, guys, we have their Dapper exclusive Summer Nova, and I'm really hoping this one is just something special because, again, like I said in the intro there, that it's very hard to find a long-lasting summer fragrance. And to me, if it's as strong as their oils and their concentrations are, if it's like, that means it's going to last a long time. The notes for this fragrance for Summer Nova, this is a 30 ml, by the way. At least that's what it says on the label. It's bergamot, mandarin, grapefruit, ocean oats, apple, pineapple, patchouli, ginger, and musk. So we got a lot of fresh notes here. Not really sure what to expect from this one, but if it definitely has all the citrus notes in there. So I mean that's going to be a good sign right there. Probably a little bit salty from the oceanic notes, but we shall see. I've been holding off too long. Here we go, guys. A couple sprays. Good sprayers on these, by the way. Okay. Yeah, it's actually like a very sharp, almost spicy citrus fragrance. Very clean, citrusy, salty, like I said. Yeah, it smells nice. There's almost a little bit of a medicinal bit with this one. I want to say that might be coming from the oceanic notes, maybe the ambergris. But it's not bad by any means. It's almost like a camphor, like a mentholitis or a menthol or a camphor type of smell in this. That actually gives it a very like a clean sort of smell mixed with the citrus notes. Almost like a minty feel to my nose, but I know it's not mint because it's more of just a camphorous vibe. But I want to say it probably comes from maybe the salty notes or whatever, mixing with these citrus notes. But yeah, this smells very, very cool. Like the cooling effect of this fragrance right now actually makes me feel like this is going to be really great. Like I live in Texas, guys. It gets like to 110 here in the shade. So This smells like it's going to be really, really nice in the summer. Like it's just going to make me feel really, really good. I wouldn't even surprise me if when I sprayed it on, if it was cooling on my skin. Not just from the alcohol or anything. I'm saying literally because there might be something in this that gives it a bit of that camphor vibe. But yeah, it's like I'm getting the apple as well. It's nice and clean and crisp. That's the word I was looking for. It's very crisp. Has a cooling effect to my nose. It smells like fresh apples, like fresh cold apples. That's exactly how I can describe this one. Mixed with the citrusy notes, very clean, slightly spicy and sharp. But yeah, this is a nice fragrance, guys. This is a very nice fragrance for it being exclusive. So right now, I'm kind of leaning towards this one just because it's an original creation. And, you know, when it comes to clones, guys, I mean, they're always not going to be 100% spot on. You know, some are being like 90%, 85, but, you know, you'll get the feel for them. But I think it's really cool they came up with a really nice summer fragrance there. I'm going to go back to the Aventus, the Absolute Aventus. Yeah, definitely gotten, the patchouli has gotten very, very heavy in this. Yeah, the patchouli has gotten a lot heavier. It's not as spicy, like I said, as the original. Still has that black currant, citrusy DNA that the original has, and it has like the Aventus DNA. Very patchouli heavy in this one. I'm not getting a lot of that cinnamon. So that cinnamon, I'm not sure if they just toned that down. Maybe they tweaked it on their own because they heard complaints from other people, or maybe they didn't want it to smell too much like the Sauvage Elixir that people are saying. But to my nose, that cinnamon note's been toned down. It's there. It's just not as thick and as spicy as the original. But it's definitely there. So not bad. And to get to the Lamal Elixir. Sorry. Here we go. Trying to see what. Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, definitely getting more of the vibe of the Elixir now for the Lamal. Still very, very minty, very sweet. I'm getting a lot more. I'm getting some of that tobacco note. Still has that tonka bean. Still not getting a lot of the honey. I want to say there was a very. I could be wrong about this though, so that's why I'm kind of don't want to say it. But I want to say there was more honey in the Elixir. But I'm trying to think back, thinking that maybe I said there wasn't enough honey in it, like an authentic honey note, which means that this one is probably more spot on than I'm saying right now. So we'll just leave that out of the honey thing out of it, but the rest of it right there smells spot on. Like this is really, really close to the original. And again, I'll put the prices, if I haven't already, on the screen so you guys can compare what you're paying for this one versus the other one. And these are, I think, heavier concentration of oils going off their website. But yeah, if you like the Elixir, this one right here is going to be closer than the Aventus Absolute right now. I'd say that one's probably 85. This is probably closer like to 90, 95%, in my opinion. But I don't have the other one next to it, so I couldn't tell you. I'm going to finalize things here from the Summer Nova. I was trying to find it on the website earlier to get the notes, and I kept typing in Supernova just because I'm an idiot, and that word was stuck in my brain. But yeah, Summer Nova is what it's called. I actually do like that name quite a bit. Yeah, very clean, very sharp, salty, citrusy. I really like this one. That apple note. It smells like I said, it smells like crisp apples, even like a little woody. I don't think there's any woods in this. Yeah, right now doesn't look like there's any woods in this, but it's either the pineapple or the apple, but it smells like very crisp, almost like you take a bite out of one of those apples that you see with like the little water droplets on it. And maybe you catch a little bit of bite of the seed on the inside, because there's a little bit of like the stem or like the woodiness of the inside, the core of the apple. That sounds really weird, and I'm going way deep on this one, but that's what I'm getting. Actually, I think it smells really nice, guys. I think you guys should keep your eyes out for Summer Nova when it starts heating up here in a few months. But yeah, that was my first impressions of Absolute Aventus from the House of Dapper. I'm going to go ahead and take one more final sniff on the still patchouli heavy. Very patchouli heavy in that one. The Lamal Elixir, very good stuff. Very, very sweet. Very heavy, very thick. Super minty. If you like the minty note in the Elixir, then you're going to like this one. Yeah, that was the wrong one. But yeah, and then Summer Nova, guys. But what are your thoughts on these fragrances, guys? Have you tried these? Have you tried the House of Dapper? What are your thoughts on the House of Dapper? Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have ever tried these, or if you like these or not. But just let me know your thoughts on these. I think they're affordable, and they're pretty sure they're gonna be way less than the originals. But I'll leave links below to these on their website down in the description below. That way you guys can pick some up. And I will also leave links to the original videos I shot of these. That way you guys can kind of compare and take a look at those videos and maybe compare to what I said in this video and see if they're close or not, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and first edit content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There you'll find first edit photos and future contest winners. And as always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.